So in the previous session, we have already created this take command function. Using this take command function, we can take the input from the user and we can recognize it using the speech recognition module. So let me just try to show you how this thing works. So let me just try to run this program and show you the output of it. Hello, this is Jarvis. So as you guys can see, it is able to detect our voice and recognize it. So it is successfully recognized our voice, what we said. So I said hello, this is Jarvis, so it has recognized it. So in this video we will try to create a main function, and in that main function we will create a while loop, and in that while loop we will try to call the functions which we created previously. So let's just move on to the main function. So I will just remove this line from here, this function call, and I will create an if underscore main, and I will use this main function. And in this main function, first of all, we need to call the wish.me function. So whenever we will start our AI assistant, so using this wish.me function, I will automatically wish us. So I will call first of all the wish.me function, and we want this wish.me function to only run once when we start our program. So our next step will be we will create an while loop. So we will create a while, and we will set the while loop to true, and it will be always true. And if it is true, then we will get the query. We will get the query we will create a query variable, and in this query variable we will call the take command function, and we will do dot lower. So it will convert the text which we are getting through the take command function into lowercase. So if we are trying to compare this string with our if else statement, so we can easily do it with the lowercase. And if the string is recognized in uppercase, so we will be not able to do the comparison. So for that we are doing this in the lowercase. And after that, first of all we will create two if else statement, which will be first we will create an if statement. In that if statement we will pass a string that will be time. So if our command contains time word in it, so we will do time in query. So if the query contains time string, so we want to call the time function which we created previously, and we'll call the time function here. And also I have made two changes here, so let me just try to show you that. So we want to make two changes here. So we want this time, the time is, we want to move it into the function itself. So I will just move it here. So first of all, whenever we call the time function, it will say the current time is, then it will say the time. And also we need to remove this line which is the current date is. We will put it in the date function itself. So it will speak the current date is, then it will show us the date. So let me just move back to the main function, and we will call the time function if the string which we said contains time word in it, so it will call the time function. And if we will create an elif statement. In the elif statement we will add date. So if our query or whatever we said contains date in it, so we will call the date function, so it will give us the current date. And using such pattern we can create many other commands for our AI assistant, like if you want to send emails and if you want to do some other stuff, so we can easily add some more elif statements, and using this we can using this we can easily create our AI assistant with many other companies. So let me just try to save it and run it for you. So we will try to use these two commands which we just created, the time and the date. So let me just try to run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, what is the time?
The current time is 8 hours 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Jarvis, what is the date?
The current date is 15/5/2020.
So as you guys can see, it is able to return us the time and the date function successfully. We will also create another function or we can say elif statement here. So we will create an elif statement, and in here we will give it a string as offline, and it should quit the program if our string contains go offline, our query contains go offline. So our Jarvis assistant should quit the program. So we will call the quit function here. So it will quit our program. So let me just try to save it, and once again we will try to run this thing and test it. So let me just try to run it.
Welcome back, sir. The current time is 8 hours 5 minutes and 57 seconds. The current date is 15/5/2020. Good evening, sir. Jarvis at your service. Please tell me, how can I help you?
Jarvis, what is the current time?
The current time is 8 hours 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
Jarvis, what is the date right now?
The current date is 15/5/2020.
Jarvis, go offline. So as you guys can see, it is able to quit our program as well. So that was it for this session. In the next session, we will try to send emails using the Jarvis AI assistant. So let's move to the next session.